Are you struggling with brain fog, trouble focusing, low energy, or just feeling off? We are talking about gut triggers for brain fog, what you need to know, and how to fix them. Hello again, I'm Dr. Ina at Digestive Reset and Melamed Institute, and for the past 15 years, I've been fixing people with chronic inflammatory conditions, chronic gut problems. I've seen a lot of clients that turned it around. The surprising truth, many of these issues start in the gut. For many of you, it's no longer surprising, right? Today, I'll show you the top gut triggers for brain fog and what you can do to clear your head naturally. Let's start with number one, and really common one that's not paid enough attention still after so many years of clear clinical reports and studies. And that's food sensitivities and inflammation. When you eat foods your body is sensitive to, especially gluten, dairy, soy, and processed foods, your immune system can go on high alert. Gluten can increase zonulin, a protein that loosens tight junctions in your intestinal wall, contributing to leaky gut, or the more formal term, permeable gut, permeable lining. Once particles leak into the bloodstream, because now that is not so strong, right? It's easy to permeate it. Your immune system attacks them, creating systemic inflammation. Systemic means all over the body, not just in one local spot, meaning everywhere now in the system. This inflammatory cascade releases cytokines that cross blood-brain barrier, directly impacting focus, mood, and memory. We hit that topic of cytokine storm, cytokine release during COVID times, and I think it's important that you realize this, that it's not just that virus that affected that inflammatory cascade. Next one is dairy proteins, casein and whey. They can also mimic inflammatory reactions in sensitive individuals, producing brain fog, fatigue, and mood swings. Processed foods is the next one, and additives like artificial sweeteners, emulsifiers, food dyes, they disturb the gut microbiome and promote inflammation. And those artificial sweeteners are in so many products. We see food dyes, there's a little improvement. We saw that the red dye was no longer allowed in the US, but it's been a long way until we got there, and there's still so many. So please read those labels, ask, figure out. There's no reason anyone should be consuming those kind of food dyes that cause so much damage for the gut microbiome. The gut-brain axis is like a superhighway. When your gut is inflamed, its signals travel up the vagus nerve to your brain, resulting in poor focus, headaches, and anxiety. So please remember, a lot of it starts in the gut. Number two, gut dysbiosis, imbalance of microbes. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, yeast, and even viruses, together forming the gut microbiome. When harmful species like candida yeast or toxin-producing bacteria, for example, or they overgrow, that releases endotoxins such as LPS, lipopolysaccharides. And these toxins can trigger low-grade inflammation through the body, impair the vagus nerve, which carries messages between the gut and the brain, lead to symptoms like brain fog, fatigue, mood swings, and even depression. A balanced gut microbiome produces short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs. You're probably seeing more of those in health news, which calm inflammation and support brain health. But in dysbiosis, these bacteria metabolites are reduced, which when toxins increased, shifting the microbiome towards the brain fog. Number 3, malabsorption and nutrient deficiencies. If you eat nutrient-rich food, you may not absorb them if your gut lining is damaged. Conditions like leaky gut, celiac disease, many of my clients with Crohn's and colitis or chronic inflammation, they have impaired absorption. Common deficiencies linked to brain fog include B vitamins, especially B12 and B6, essential for neurotransmitter production, dopamine, serotonin, GABA, low levels, then to fatigue, then to poor memory and irritability. We also have iron as a big question mark, needed for oxygen delivery to the brain. Low iron, poor focus, fatigue, restless sleep. And magnesium supports over 300 reactions, including nerve signals, energy production. Deficiency in magnesium leads to anxiety, poor concentration, migraines. Without these nutrients, your brain literally runs out of fuel. Also, I mentioned this a lot, checking micronutrient levels is very important. Work with a qualified functional medicine practitioner that can do this for you and check those micronutrient levels. Food sensitivities trigger inflammation and brain fog. Dysbiosis leads to toxin overload and vagus nerve disruption, brain fog. Malabsorption starves the brain of clinical nutrient, brain fog. And the good news is, healing the gut can reverse all three. Solutions! Here are the solutions. Step 1, remove the triggers. Anti-inflammatory diet, testing if needed. Step 2, restore balance. Probiotics, prebiotic fibers in food or supplements, depends on what you decide with your practitioner or on your own. Step 3, repair gut lining, L-glutamine, zinc, omega-3, stress reduction, depending on your case. Many times with my clients, I do this as step number 1 because of certain issues with Crohn's and colitis clients. Your gut is your second brain. When you support it, your mental clarity, mood, energy, all improve. If you want to learn more about healing your gut, subscribe to my weekly tips, and you could find me at digestivereset.com or melamedinstitute.health. This was Dr. Ina with you, and I will see you next week.